Hi everyone, my name is Emmanuel Johnson and I'm from SourceTV. Today we're going to be speaking to some staff from Linguae Mundi and we're going to try and find out what exactly they're about. So let's get to it. Alright, so I'm here with some of the staff from Linguae Mundi, and what's your name please?
It's Johan de Kam. I'm the assistant trainer for the Linguae Mundi program.
I'm Claricelle, I'm one of the trainers for the Linguae Mundi program.
I'm also one of the trainers and my name is Cedric Krummes.
Oh, that's nice. So, do you mind telling us what Linguae Mundi is all about?
Linguae Mundi is a university-wide foreign language program. We offer 17 foreign languages, including English as a conversational language as well. And we hope that more and more people at Coventry universities will get a chance to start learning a new language with us, whether it's beginner's level or they can even continue afterwards as well.
Yeah, I think one of the unique things about Linguae Mundi is that it's training students with a different native tongue, and have a particular emphasis on how do we find new ways of educating our language. So it's very much student-centered, based on activities together, and making sure that all the language that we use is relevant to the students and prepares them to go over to a different country. So for example, when a student goes abroad for a year, in the year after the studies with us, and then we're seeking to prepare them as good as possible, both in the conversational way of speaking the foreign language, but also in understanding the culture, understanding a little bit of how do people think in the country where they go to. So of the language that they're learning.
I'd like to add that it's a very exciting programme to be involved with as a trainer, because you get to work with, this year we've got 42 different teachers from all around the world, and they're amazing and exciting people, and they bring their culture and their lovely accents and their view of the world. And so our first port of call is to train these people and work with them. And they tend to have quite traditional ideas about language teaching. Tends to be very grammar, traditional teaching, and we try to train them out of that way and to make it student-centered, interactive, interesting. And so it's interesting watching them resist and then get excited about those changes, and then we get to see them actually teaching and assess them, and we get to watch that whole journey. So it's one of my favourite things that I do at Coventry University.
Well, that's really interesting. So how long has Linguae Mundi been running for?
I think Linguae Mundi has been running at the moment for a total of 5 years.
Okay. So why should students get involved?
Well, for a student to get involved, I think it's first of all it's brilliant to learn how to teach. So teaching, a teaching experience, is always a very positive skill to learn for anybody, and particularly in the area of language tuition, and how you bring somebody into your culture, because every language, it's near enough as if you learn a whole new thinking system with it, and so you discover a lot more about how you actually work yourself, why you say the things that you say, how that exactly fits together, and you bring that into your tuition, and you have a brilliant experience in terms of how do you take a group of students and have a how do you make sure that you have a great time together and that it's educational, and so basically, so when you have a 2-hour session, for example, on a Monday night between 6 to 8, you go, okay, how is that 6 to 8 session going to be? How are the energy levels going to be? And as a teacher, you have the opportunity to make that a very positive experience for everybody, that you even missing your dinner between that little slot and say, I'll have it beforehand or afterwards. That's fine, because this is my time to learn.
Oh, that's good.
And they also get to go on field trips. Okay. So these, the idea about learning the language is it connects not only to your global view of the world and you as a global person, because of course now we are all international people and we're all connected to the globe, and we have to be in order to be employable, to be connected to life as it is in modern times. But we also offer field trips. So our tutors who we have at the moment, they've just come back from Istanbul, which I think you went to also. So we're hearing lots of good things about their trip to Istanbul, and I think many of them went, but of course I was not invited because I have to be here doing the hard slog. but Johan can tell you more about that, I'm sure.
Yeah, so like by going to an actual different country, so when we have field trips, it's usually that so in this case it were the Turkish teachers who coordinated the trip, and a group of us went along. And during that week you get to experience a little bit more of the culture. You do some sightseeing. We went to a university in Turkey as well to see the culture from all different kind of angles. And so I think that is is a very valuable experience for anybody, to see something of like, how do people in a different part of the world, how do they do things. When you go into a market shop, for example, in Coventry, it'd be very, very different when you go to a market hall somewhere in the case where I went to Istanbul.
We are open to suggestions for other languages. The issue we have is that we need to recruit from the student body. So if we can't find students who want to become language tutors in the language, for example, Japanese is problematic for us. There don't seem to be enough Japanese students that we can then recruit and turn into tutors.
And we know our students want to learn Japanese, so we can only, if you can find somebody who wants to teach it, brilliant.
Yeah.
Is that we are on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, and whenever we do talk about our courses on these channels, so there's always an online application form, so like a link to an online application form. So we would suggest that they just follow us on those social media. They can also email us, but I think we also part on the student portal as well. So I think it's quite easy to actually find Linguae Mundi, and they can even walk around the campus, and I see Linguae Mundi everywhere. I was just surprised when I started my job here to just see, wow, I'm big, you know, Linguae Mundi is big, it's everywhere. So it just, now that they've heard about it, they'll find us. I'm confident.
That's good. And when and where do your courses hold?
Well, they take place in the evenings from 6 till 8. It would depend what evening your language tutor is working. We try our best to fit people in where they want to, what evening they want to teach. It does depend on availability, but they generally run Monday to Thursday nights, 6 till 8 PM, all kinds of rooms across campus.
The normal student price is £75 for 13 weeks of teaching, which is actually really cheap. It's really cheap. But at the same time, it's also free for some people. It's free if you are on the Global Leader program. It's free if you're an outgoing Erasmus student. So if you go on your semester or on your year abroad, it will be free for you because it prepares you for that country. And it's also free if you're going on a field trip. So for people, sometimes people are going on a field trip with their department. So say they're going to Sweden to look at rock formations. In that case, we can offer a free Swedish course for them as well. So there's multiple ways, but normally it's £75 for students. And as I say, we've shopped around, and we're good. It's a good price. It's a fair price, actually.
Well, it's been great talking to you guys, and thanks for the interview. So stay tuned to SourceTV for more, and till next time, thank you.